Hello. Hello, happy Wednesday. I got so impatient. We're not even waiting for the song to end. How's it going, everybody? It looks like my camera's autofocus is not on. Turn that on. I could lock that. Maybe that's my problem. Anyways, how's it going? I saw Debug in chat. Welcome in, Debug. As always, appreciate you for stopping by while you can. No, life is stressful. Been there. It's always rough. I've had those moments whenever I'm like, I can't do anything. All I can do is focus on email. All I can do is focus on work. But hopefully, yeah, you get some rest when you need it. Hello, known as sub. Hello, G. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Turtle. Wait, no, this is my best impression of opera voice. This is gonna be bad. I'm here. That's not opera at all, but that's how I read that. Welcome in. How's it going? Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Hope you're all having a good midweek. As a reminder, if you're on the YouTube side, please consider leaving a like on the video. If you are enjoying the stream, it really does help me out, and I appreciate y'all being here. And I'll say it earlier on, just in case we got some what would he call it? I don't know how to say this properly without it sounding wrong. Anyway, anybody who has like Twitch and YouTube, if you're able to come over to the Twitch side, I would appreciate the support. We're trying to up our averages on that side. And if you're able to do so and join us on that side, I really do appreciate it. We were so close to getting a good average on Monday. Like, numbers were doing better, but still my average was like 0.2 below what it needed to be. And I was like so convinced that was going to be a good one. But, you know, Twitch didn't give me a good average. they didn't work in my favor. Look happy today? Well, thank you. I'm just having a good time. Glad to be here. We're starting a little bit later. Hello Repler. Welcome to the Twitch side. I'm glad you guys are all here hanging out. Hello HastyR. And yeah, we are starting a little bit later because my dad is car shopping. And so I had to go take him to the dealer. He signed all the paperwork. I was going to have to go take him back to pick up the car later today, but he's having somebody else pick him up because it was going to be a super short stream if I had to go take him back. But literally it was like rushing to eat a really late lunch, put my makeup on, and then get on and get the thumbnail ready. But yeah, we're glad to be here now. We're going to be doing some chill Minecraft stuff as always. Hi Kuro, welcome in. Ain't that just rude? Exactly. I was like, this has got to be it. It was like a fraction off, so I don't even think it counted towards my average. But that's why I appreciate the help. I'm always so weird about asking for help. My sister is really into like TikTok streams, and she's always telling me like, you can ask, like people on TikTok do it like this, and I do not watch TikTok streams. I don't understand them. They're so like out of my wheelhouse. She's like, oh, people always ask people to go to Twitch, and I'm like, I don't. Okay. So it's like weird, but I feel more comfortable with it now. Y'all are all so nice, so I appreciate the support. But yes, welcome in. Let's go ahead and move to the game. We're doing some terraforming. I finished all of the structure in here, and we're about to start working on the storefronts, but I do want to mess around with how I'm going to document that, so we're not going to do that in stream just yet. I've got to do a couple of them and like figure out how I'm going to record it before I can do it on live stream, because I don't really like to use my live stream clips in videos. I'll do them for like shorts if we're doing like an actual stream clip, but when it comes to just like videos itself, I don't really use my stream clips on there. I just realized I forgot I turned this off last Friday. We're gonna put chat on the screen. Welcome back, chat. You're on the stream now. Having fun with the happy ghast. I have not done too much with the new update. I do need to start hopping in there and figuring it out, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a while before I'm able to convert the world to the new update. Slipper kind of day today. You know what's up. I need to get more slippers. I only have a couple. As soon as I like have more space and like clear out some of my other stuff, we will be stocking up on the slippers, because I do actually really like wearing them, but I don't have a lot of them. And I swear I wear the exact same pair like every day. I don't ever go barefoot in my apartment. I don't know if that's weird, but like I have painted concrete floors and I don't like the feeling of dust on my feet. So I literally am always wearing shoes in here, whether it's like slippers or actual tennis shoes, or like my Birkenstocks. I call them Birkencrocs. They're like the croc material. I always wear something, and so I should really be investing in more pairs of slippers. That would be very helpful. I don't even know what I'm doing. Stop. Great update we got. Yeah, I need to try it out. Playing without mods. I would like to do that, but I can't because then I couldn't even record all my flashback settings. I was gonna say, but yeah, my flashback videos, I couldn't even record them if I don't have the mods. Or my shaders. Yeah, I've got to wait till I get all that before I can update the world. I meant to say that I did label all of the little storefronts. So we have them all laid out. Everything's in place. The one thing I don't have is wool. And I do have a lot of wool storage in the wool farm. I don't know if I need overflow over here, but I could also potentially... I have a ton of honey. I'm like debating if I swap honey for wool and I just put the honey storage somewhere else with like animal goods or like nature stuff. But yeah, I that's the one thing I realized I don't have a spot for is the wool. It is raining. Is it nighttime? It is nighttime. Didn't know the new version was out. I just got the last mod updated for the last release. Oh no, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, it's out. I thought it was coming out today, but I think it came out like early yesterday because my launcher updated yesterday, and it looks all different in the launcher now. But I'm assuming it's gonna be like a month before I can officially update. This is what we're working on terraforming here. So this is kind of like foreseeing the future. A little sneak peek. We did a little stream a couple months ago when we messed with these buildings. This is not exactly what's going here, but I kind of want to start putting those little buildings over here. More visual, less functional, but I've been kind of seeing like where everything places, and I want to start working on getting a pathway from like up here down to this direction. Maybe do like a little beachy area. I think that'd be cool. And I have a little makeshift grass bridge going over here. But let me turn that back off. Yeah, a little spoiler. But we're working on terraforming. I started a little bit of it yesterday. And do you guys put, like, when you guys terraform, would you fill all of this in with dirt or do you leave it hollow? Real question. Because at first I was filling it all in, but then I was like, that's just a waste of grass. Grass is a hot commodity. I feel like grass is that thing that's like, you always end up having a ton of it, but give it a month or two and you're going to use it all at some point or another. But anyways, I'm thinking that there's going to be a path that goes this way and then down here and then bridge this way and then kind of follow the water this way down. So I'm trying to make this a little bit more of a smooth slope. And I only need a couple more layers before I kind of blend into this, but it's going to probably pop out over here a little bit too. Depends on the size, how much dirt you have available. Yeah, I have probably like 3 chests full. I have this, no, probably a double chest. I had this whole shulker box, and then I had like a little bit more than half of a double chest. So we have a decent amount, but I feel like I've already gone through so much of it. Why waste the time? Yeah, see, at first I was doing it. I like filling it in, but also I'm like still carving it all out. So I'm not actually sure if this is the shape we're going to keep, and I didn't want to do a lot of placing just to have to dig it back out. You fill it in, Kuro? I see the appeal both ways, because I know at some point I'm going to go in here, I'm going to break something, and then I'm going to fall through. Or I'm going to break it, the grass is going to drop, and I'm going to be like, I can't waste the grass, and I go grab it, and then I have to dig my way back out. It's bound to happen. That's how it always works. The void underneath, you'll just double layer in case. Yeah, I think we'll probably have to do that, but at minimum, I want to figure out where we're going to have the outline. So I'm kind of starting to pull this a little bit thicker this way. So I think we want to do another layer kind of thin, maybe like 1 to 2 blocks out over here. Pull it out a little bit more this way, and then go back to like 1 to 2 blocks thick over here. Because I don't want to pop out too much on this side. But I also don't really like when you have moments like this and it's like too dirt tall. I have a feeling at some point we're going to have to come in here and start adding like retaining walls and dirt and stone. But we'll see. Night. Oh, welcome in. Hack, you talking about Freecam? I need Freecam whenever I'm doing terraforming like this. I remember when I was still playing on Bedrock, and every time I had to like go look at what I was doing, I'd be like, fly all the way over here just to like get the weirdest little view of it. And you can like barely even see. At least now I've got a zoom button. But Freecam makes it so much easier to like see what I'm doing. We love Freecam. Here, this. Okay. I'm gonna do a little outline. We're gonna go this way. I just kind of freeball it, you know? I try not to make it like too diagonal. So I usually am like doing 2 one way, 1 the other. A little diagonal for a little bit. But I don't want it to be too far out. Don't use it underground? Not really. I definitely have. I don't do it too much though. Like if I am in an area where I, like specifically if I'm somewhere where I am exploring for the first time, I definitely don't use it. Like if it's a brand new area. But if, for example, like even like for our creeper farm, I'll use it to go underground to make sure that I can actually build where I think I'm going to build. But that's usually like more of a planning tactic. But yeah, I try not to use it if it's like a new area somewhere I've never been before. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you the creeper farm. I've seen underground that thing so much. I'll go back. But I don't know, like I definitely use I like to plan things a lot. I think it's helpful that way. So like where's the creeper farm? Creeper farm's down here. So you could see I have all these like builds, my staircase, everything under here. And we used it to make sure that we could actually place, where's the creeper farm? Here's the creeper farm. We wanted to make sure we could place it in a way that wasn't going to intercept all my like my staircase that I had already built. And also to like line it up with the top. So the way you get to it, you get to the creeper farm right here. Just a random hole in the wall. That was literally like the only place where I could put it. What other mods do I have? Hello, Art Missed You. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you very much. Other mods I have like that though. Trying to think of what would compare to Freecam. We have Tweakeroo. I don't use Tweakeroo a lot. Actually I don't really use it anymore other than to see in a shulker like this. Tweakeroo does have a lot of things that you can do with it, but I don't do too much. Also, I use Freecam a lot to make thumbnails. Very nice for that. Running that world. This is just a solo world. What other mods do I have? Some of these I have just for like one specific reason. I don't actually even know what they do. Like, what is it? I made a short where I wanted the villagers to have like their facial expressions. And so I had to get like 3 different mods just so I could get, yeah, I had to get entity model features, entity texture features, and I think an entity culling just so I could have facial expressions on my villagers. Is this built strictly in vanilla? I mean, we have the mods. We have some mods, so you can't say it's 100% vanilla, but like this is all built in survival. Yes, we do occasionally use Litematica. That's another one. For schematics. So I showed this one earlier. We have like schematics where we'll place them just so I can figure out where things fit and everything. This one's not even done, but I was just trying to get an idea of of where I potentially would want to put a path, and like about how much room I would need. So we use Litematica as like the schematic, but we don't use it to like paste into the world. This is all just like survival building. Do I love texture packs? I don't have too many. Let me see. Hold on, I have to think of the difference. What did I do? I didn't do anything. We have better leaves. Love better leaves. I don't like looking at normal leaves. I can't remember the last time I looked at normal leaves. So we just got fresh animations. Those are the only resource packs we have. As far as texture packs, I don't think I have any texture packs. I have data packs though. Let me check. Do I have texture packs? Is that's specific? Oh wait, no, that's the world. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any texture packs, but I do have data packs. So we have, I think I have cat hair in my mouse. It's being annoying right now. We have anti-enderman grief, which I may need to update this. I have mini blocks. I have more mob heads, player head drops, and wandering trades. My mouse is glitching out right now. I bet you money that there's cat hair in it. It always loves to happen while I'm streaming. I swear I clear out this mouse like every couple of days. And there's always more cat hair in it. How many watchers on Twitch? We have 3 on Twitch right now. Well, it's a little delayed. But yeah, if anybody wants to come help out on the Twitch side, we are working on getting our averages up so that we can get affiliate. We're really close, but not there yet. There's so much cat hair in this. I think that anytime I mention that, at least some of my other friends say it sounds gross. So hopefully I don't gross anybody else out when I mention this, but the cat hair literally finds its way into everything. And the most annoying part is when it gets into my mouse because it messes with the sensor. And then my mouse gets like really glitchy. The first time it happened, I thought my computer was just like lagging really bad. Or that the mouse was breaking, and then I finally figured out what it was. What advice to give to beginners that want to get into building like yourself? So, most important thing. Number 1 tip, be patient. Like, especially early on, because I have a design degree. I am fairly familiar with design. Even for myself, I would get so bogged down on how long things took, and like it's hard to trust the process, especially. And I was used to like modeling things in programs where I could just like draw, drag and click walls, and be able to do things really quickly and then take it down, and try again. And that's not how Minecraft works. You gotta do like, unless you have all the mods like Axiom and stuff, you basically have to like place it block for block. And so I would get very bogged down in the beginning of like building something for like 2 hours, and then I'm like, I hate it, it's not good. Honestly, if I would have given myself like another couple hours and just been patient with it, I would have figured out something I liked. Because that's kind of what I know now, and how I build now is I'll get into something, and a lot of people who like pop in the streams could probably tell you that I'll look at something and I'm like, I do not like this, but I'm just gonna stick with it because I'm gonna work it out over time. And like, especially on stream, I'll be like, feel the pressure of people watching, and I'm like, they're gonna think I'm so bad, it's such a bad build, but honestly, just give me a couple hours and I'll figure it out. It'll get better. And being able to just recognize that, like, look at something and being able to observe and say, I don't like it because of this, that's a skill that's like kind of takes time to develop. But if you can look at something and be able to tell yourself why you don't like it, and it could be like, for me, I could be like, it just, proportions seem off. And then so I don't know exactly what proportions I want, but I can be like, let's make it a little taller, see if that's better. And it's a lot of just trial and error. And getting practice in creative helped me feel a lot more comfortable with it too. I think when you're not super familiar with all of the block palettes that you could potentially work with, or how you could shape something or sculpt it in a way that works for you, when you're like not super familiar with those techniques, you're not going to know to do it in survival, but you may be able to practice with it a little bit more in creative. So those are like my top two. I'm sure I've got plenty more, but I feel like I could talk forever on that. And we can touch base on that more too if you want to hear more tips. But yeah, patience is like the easiest tip I can tell you. And then like don't be afraid to try things out in creative first, especially when you're still figuring out what works and what doesn't. Oh, and also using photos for reference, especially like real life photos. Like I like to use real buildings or like model sets as references more so than I like to use Minecraft builds, because if I look at somebody else's Minecraft build, I may make it look way too similar. But if I can be like, oh, this real life building in, I don't know, Washington, some random state has what I want it to have, I feel like I can make it more my own if I reference a real life build as opposed to a Minecraft build. You said, do I stream on TikTok? I do not. My sister really wants me to. I haven't done that because I don't watch TikTok streams. And so like it's a whole different world that I don't understand. To be honest, anytime I see a stream on TikTok, I just scroll past it. I don't go there to watch TikToks. But I know that it's like a good way to reach a different group of people, different demographic, or just like people at different times of day. I think TikTok does a really good job with their algorithm. And so I'm not opposed to it. It's just I don't watch them myself, so I don't even know. My sister's always talking about like Gifted Universe and Gifted, what else do they have? Hurricane, is that a thing? A Gifted Hurricane? Yeah, any of that stuff, I don't understand it. Yeah, dare to put hardcode mode for 24 hours? I could. I probably wouldn't. I mean, if I did that, it would be a situation where if something actually went wrong, then I would just pull up a copy of the world. Because this is my forever world. And whenever I actually want to do a hardcore world, I would be pretty set to it. But I'm fairly confident if I tried to do a hardcore world, we'd be fine. We have not died yet, and it's 2100 days? Yeah, almost 2200 days. Annoying to get blocks. It can be hard to have like a good color palette, especially like, excuse me, there have been times that sorry, can't talk and fight at the same time. There have been times that I made projects in creative out of materials I would never have used in survival, just because, like red sandstone for example, I really liked the build in the end, but I never had even touched red sandstone the entire time that I played in that world specifically. And if I hadn't tried making it in creative, we would have never gotten there. Patience, practice, and perseverance. That's very good, Kuro. 3 Ps. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think it was a B-Dubs video where he had said like, the longer I've been playing this game, the more I realized you just gotta be patient. And as soon as he said that, that really clicked for me. I was like, you know what? I do try to rush things, and I get like hard on myself if I don't get it right immediately. And once I started focusing more on just like working through the process, I felt a lot better about the stuff I was making. You make this your forever world, or will you die in void like SP737 after 10,000 days? No, this is forever world. Yeah. I've been wanting a Java forever world for a long time. So I started out in Bedrock. Really enjoy Bedrock and everything, but the one thing about that was when I first started playing Minecraft, all I did was look up what is the newest version of Minecraft. I was trying to figure out which one do I play. I had no idea what the difference was, and Google said Bedrock was newer. So I was like, okay, I guess we're playing Bedrock. Why not? Like, it's newest, obviously. That's what I want to play. It wasn't until I started, like, figuring out more about Minecraft that I realized that Bedrock was for primarily console, and most people who played on PC played on Java. And then that's how like you got mods and stuff. So then I finally made a Java world when I got this PC. But I joined a friend's server, and it was just literally me and this friend who would play on it. Like nobody else really popped in, but actually a majority of the time it was just me on the server. And I played on this server. This person paid for this server for like a year, never really got on it, and it was just basically my world at that point. And I felt a little bit bad. I always offered to pay. I was like, I don't pay for this. Like, I'm just playing on your server, and like, you're just paying for it. Like, I'll help. And he was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Well, after a while, it started to freak me out that somebody could, like, he could stop paying for it. The world could get corrupted. Somebody could come in and grief it. Like, it really stressed me out for a while. And I was like, okay, I need to make a solo Java world finally. And like, I really love that world. I have it now downloaded as a single player. I think he did end up canceling the server after I switched to this world. So I have like a save of the world, but I no longer play on it. And I just wanted my own Java long-term world. I still have my bedrock worlds and stuff, but every time I start a new world, I'm like, oh, I can come back to it. I never come back to it. We never come back to it. I do pop in there sometimes to look at some of my other builds or like show things as far as like certain ways I designed something, but I have not played on it since I started this world, and it's been about a year since I started this world. Wait, what am I doing? Sometimes people complete everything there's to do in the world, so they just create a new world. Yeah, I feel like part of that has to do with not pacing yourself very well. And I have ideas for this world. Like, literally, the stuff we're working on now was like my original inspiration before I even started on the world, and I'm just now getting to it a year later. And like, I have a ton of ideas that could keep me busy on this world for years because I take so long to like complete something, and one of the goals in this world was to like actually spend the time to make everything like my own. Like, that's why our iron farm is very much like a custom iron farm, spawn proofed, built like full building, everything. And I mean, we just did a froglight farm that has a whole sci-fi build around it. Stuff like that. I feel like, for me at least, if I go in and just build a ton of farms based on tutorials, I get bored of the world very quickly. But if I'm actually doing something where I'm like creating and I feel a sense of accomplishment by the time I finish the project, I just want to keep going. So that's really helped me stay in this world for as long as I have. And ooh, let's see. Yeah, that's helped me stay in this world for as long as I have. And how I think I'll continue to play in this world. Like, in previous worlds, I wasn't documenting them fully on video, and so I could just kind of do whatever I want and not feel weird about the way I designed something. But now I try to make sure I take my time and we document, and it takes me a long time to document the process too. So that kind of can slow me down at times. But then once I like finish doing something more grindy, I'm just like, I want to get back in and be creative now. Probably 2/3 of the time you've logged into the game is in creative mode. Yeah, I feel that. I can get through projects a lot faster if I build them in creative first. And I can like work through a design a lot faster in creative. So that's one reason why I do like to build things in creative first, because I can then like progress a lot faster. Whereas if I'm having to like, the amount of times I fall off of a wall and have to build myself back up just to keep going, just that alone probably takes 25% of the time. Like, getting up to the top of a wall. Whereas with creative, you can just like fly around. Don't even have to like have support under you. Fix a window, glide back out, look and see if it's actually what you like, and then move on. That saves so much time. And then, of course, the material gathering. Whenever I started this world, I made it a goal to build primarily in, like, oak and cobblestone. So I wanted to build in the materials that I had. And that definitely helped with the material gathering. It was challenging, but honestly in the end it made me realize that you just kind of, you're patient with it, you can usually make it work, even if it's like the most boring material ever. And a lot of the times in creative, whenever I'm going through a new design, I will build it out of just plain stone. And then I go in and after I get the shape down, then I pick the material I like. And I think building that way has helped me realize sometimes it's not about the material, it's about the shape. Hi Opticat, welcome in. How's it going? We'll show the world later. Honestly, I'll show it right now. We have to save our flashbacks. Don't let me forget to do another flashback. I'll show you my the one that was a server but is no longer a server. My bedrock worlds I don't have. I can't get to those pretty quickly. I'd have to like switch game modes and everything. I didn't even have full netherite. It's been so long since I've been in this world. See, and I don't have any levels or anything because I just like loaded into this world. I think I had to put all my ender chest stuff. Oh, I guess I put it back in. But when I opened the world, my like inventory was empty. My ender chest was empty. I had to come back in and like do a resave where that my actual stuff was correct. Or like I had to put it in a separate barrel because I guess when you do a copy of the world, it doesn't save your ender chest or your inventory. Yeah, this is that world. I haven't been here in so long. This is the building that's red sandstone. I really like this one. You built a dog? Ooh, I'm excited to see it. Yeah. But no, this one, I built this primarily in stone at first, and then I went in and swapped in the materials. And this is a little villager trading hall. What are my settings? Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, villager trading. I never finished the upper level. I had most of them in, but I still had a couple more spots for villagers I could use. It's so funny seeing them with the facial expressions now. I haven't had them on like this in so long. I don't know how many of you guys have seen this world. I think I've popped into it briefly to show like the roof on my house. But I haven't really like gone through a lot of the other world. This is the wool farm. This was like one of the second farms I built in this world. All wool. Shepherds upstairs. And then this is my library. This is my favorite building. I'm still obsessed with this building. Part of me wants to just rebuild it. We got the little Harry Potter candles inside. And then all the villagers. And this is pre-mason chants, so we don't have any of the mason chants, but we have all the villagers down here. And I like the way I did the bookshelves here. I wanted to do that on my current world, except for I made my villager trading hall within like the first couple weeks, and there's no way I was gonna have that many bookshelves. I needed to save my leather for more important things. Yeah, then we got more villagers up here. And then I'm not gonna go through everything. Yeah. But oh, we have a cat. Why are you here? I feel like you shouldn't be here. Sniffer farm, the auto carrot farm. I was working on this build whenever I stopped. It was gonna be like a dark oak tree area to like mine trees, but I never finished it. This is where we were. It was gonna have like auto sorting, but kind of a weird build. I honestly wasn't like super excited with it whenever I was working on it, but that's another situation where I was building with stone first and then started swapping in for dark oak. Then the house. I do like the bedroom in this house. I think I like no, I may like this bedroom more. I like the colors in here other than my oak, but I didn't do this interior until like very, very late in the world. And then we have brewing room, portal room, and then storage room. I really like this storage room. I like had so much space in here. I feel like I still have a ton of room in there that I never used. Map wall. So this was my base, and then this is the person who owned the server. That's their base way up there. We had our sugarcane bamboo farm. And then this I never really finished working on. We had like auto smelter in here, which ended up just being like a manual smelter half the time. I messed up the redstone, but it was fine. Getting your first coffee of today. Oh, speaking of, I do have coffee. We got Panera today. And then I do think I partially finished this upper level. Actually, no, that's a lie. I didn't finish it. This is where all my cats are and my frogs. Yeah, I never finished this part. I didn't really know what to do up here. I didn't really have a need for it. That was my enchanting setup. Yeah, I don't think this world has seen the streams for very much. We had some videos on it. My like first 5 videos are all in this world before we switch to our current world. Yeah, I haven't even been in here with this update. So, I haven't seen it when the like tree leaves drop, since that was part of the new update. And I think I remember spending like solid like week just like terraforming back here. I'm getting flashbacks to this right now as we're terraforming in the other world. Do I have... oh yeah. I don't even have totems in this world. If I check day counter, what is it at? 36,000. That's a server for you. When the day counter never stops. I'm surprised it kept that information. But yeah. For the amount of time I spent in this world, I feel like I don't have a lot of builds to show for it. And partially that's because I spent so much of my time underground. Like we have a ton of just like space down here. Oh, and I have a creeper farm down here. I forgot about that. Creeper farm here. Yeah. This is the first ever underground creeper farm I made. And then we basically did this exact same thing in the new world, except for I did not waste this much tinted glass in the new world. That was a waste. I feel like I'm missing some farms. Like, I feel like there's a lot more than that, but... yeah, I guess not. But yeah, that's this world. I need to do, like, a proper full tour sometime, but... not today. Go back to our normal. And we record again. You're going to be up all night. Why are you going to be up all night, Carl? Just because the coffee, or you actually need to be up all night? Got life things happening. I've just accepted that I stay up late all night. That's just part of it these days. Okay. I think we'll continue the curve this way. I don't know how I'm going to cap this off. We may actually come back in later and give this like a straight on retaining wall. Honestly, that's probably the way to do it. But I do know at some point we're going to have to start texturing this anyways. So I'll probably save that for later. I may just go ahead and... I don't know how I want to do this. I don't like that lip right there. You see an Enderman? Oh, just from drinking coffee too late in the day. Where's the Enderman? Is he back here? Where's Enderman? Am I blind? Well, actually, based on my skills in Fortnite, half the time I feel like I'm blind. But welcome in, Roman Miller. How's it going? And then welcome in. I'm gonna butcher this one. Moise Lot Fi and Lot Fi. I feel like I said that so incorrectly, but please bear with me. Welcome in. I think I need to clear this out over here. It's kind of bothering me. Yeah, welcome in. Hope y'all are having a good middle of your week. It's been pretty more eventful today for me than most Wednesdays. Just because we were spent most of the morning at the car dealership. So it's exciting to get a new car. Not mine, but rah! That's how I'm reading that. Are you supposed to scare me? Almost sounds like you're trying to spook me. I need under here. Should probably fly. I have wings for a reason. Yeah, I don't like the way that this is shaping. So I'm gonna dig this back. For some reason my OBS thing like clips part of the YouTube chats. I can see them now. You said brah. Hopefully I translated that. Or said that how you imagined it or intended it. In your country it's 11 p.m. Late for you. Got a night owl? I'm a night owl, so I respect it. It is 5 p.m. for me, so we're it's evening, but it's early in the evening. And I like to stay up late, so this is early in my day. But yeah, glad y'all are here. Okay, let's see. Clear this up. Looks like we got some more on YouTube. Thank you all for joining me on YouTube. And please consider leaving a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. And if you are able to join on Twitch and you would like to do so, I would really appreciate it if you could. We're trying to up our average over there so we can become an affiliate. And I really do need all the help I can get. So even just one or two of you, if you could move over to the Twitch side, that would be awesome. Much appreciated. My favorite YouTuber? Well, thank you. I've been having a lot of fun with this lately. Glad you're enjoying it. I feel like this... Yeah, this is kind of where we want to make this low retaining wall. Dr. Donut? I feel like I've heard of that name before. I'm not familiar with who that is. But I feel like I've seen something with that name before. Hey. Sorry. You're gone now. Okay. We need to make sure we're not gonna be causing a little mob farm under here. That would not be good. Ooh, does anybody watch Love Island? Serious question. Because I've never really gotten into it that much before. Like, I've seen it before. But I like, it wasn't something I watched every single season. I've been watching it lately. I'm actually really enjoying it. I've even been getting my friends into watching it, who I did not think would even like the show. And now every day they're like, put on Love Island. Put it on. The drama. Live for the drama. But yeah, I'm kind of falling out of the Fortnite phase. We've talked about that recently, how I just started playing that for the first time. I've been enjoying it, but not as much anymore. I've kind of gotten back into Repo lately. That's been fun. I feel like that's kind of slowed down for a lot of people. How are we doing on this shape? I think this shape's good. I think I'm gonna kind of flatten it out where I'm standing, or let's do here. do this. I think this will be good. Oh, and we fell. Yeah, let's grab some more stone, and that should be good for now. We'll texture it. We'll make it look a little better later. And I think then from there, well, let's see. Do I just continue the cliff until, like, this corner? I feel like I should. Or I should maybe shave this over. I think this may be a little too aggressive. Of a curve, considering the amount of space I have below. Keep clicking on my wrong apps. Ah, oh, there we go. No. Stop it. Misclicking. What's new? Okay, how is this? Is this better? We've got that. I do think I can pull this back a little bit. So probably like this corner and then pull this over. Do this. Yeah, I think that shape's okay. I kind of want to pull this back a little bit more, actually. Wait, where was that? I think probably this corner and then push back that way. I think this can go. Hey Zen, welcome in. So glad you all can be here with me today. We're just chilling for the most part. Love a good chill terraforming day. Honestly, really enjoy terraforming. I don't get to do it too much, but it's definitely one of those things that once you like get into the zone, you can just kind of lock in, throw on a TV show, enjoy it. Like I said on that other world, it was taking me back to when we were terraforming on that one. Single player world, it is. Yep. Just little old me. I don't like how rough that edge is right here. I think I need to pull around a little bit more. Where was that? Right here. Do that. Is this better? This seems too much. That's 4. Let's give it 3. I feel like this needs to go here. That's better. It's still like kind of awkward, but I can mess with it as we go. Like I don't really like this little like notch right here. Yeah, I'll start with that and then we'll fix it as we go. For multiplayer, this one is not multiplayer. I don't play too much multiplayer, but we did do a quick like modded world with my friends the other day. That was a lot of fun. But it was just like for a day. Maybe we'll try it out again, but always hit or miss on when they're available to be in a stream. Yeah, no, not too much multiplayer. Just that recent video or the recent stream. But I do think my friends are trying to get back into that world. We did like the full cave horror project and it was super spooky. I had no idea what I was doing. And I still have no idea how half of the scary monsters spawned on me. What am I doing? These don't need to be here. Let's try this. I think we can keep that and then start terraforming off of it. Yeah, this is all gonna kind of become more of a cliff edge. That's okay. I like having a nice cliff edge every now and then because I like texturing them. One thing I don't love about like the naturally generated Minecraft terrain is like, to me, I don't know, maybe there should at least be moss. Like maybe I'll come in and do moss and bone meal up some of this. But like seeing this, like dirt stacked like that, bothers me. Most of the time if I see it like that and I have the chance to, I will like swap it in for a retaining wall or moss. Okay, let's go back down to this one. Okay, let's go pull this back. Let me look real quick. We want to keep it still thin on this side. We'll probably pull it out a little thicker where we start to curve and then thin it back out. I think that should be good. Which one are we working on? This one. Hey Moise, I'm not so sure what you're asking, but try not to spam the chat too much. I appreciate you being here to chat though. Oh, I think this is where I was gonna make it a little thicker. Ah, this works. Maybe just pull that here. Kind of pull this. Solas Shaders? Yes, we use Solas Shaders. Love my Solas Shaders. We know you've been sticking around for a while. Turtle, you start to remember my shaders. Actually, I feel like I should probably show them every now and then. But no, I appreciate you. Yeah. Occasionally, I like to look at the complimentary reimagine. They're not really the ones that I use often. They do look nice. Oh, the trees, though. I don't think this is meant to have the bushy leaves. I probably have the settings all weird, though. I know at one point I changed a lot of the Solas settings. I don't even know what I changed anymore. I couldn't do it again. Okay, we're getting to where... Oh no, we still have plenty of grass. I felt like we were about to run out. Use Photon. I need to check those out. Somebody has mentioned a couple of different other shaders, and I need to go see what other ones there are. I just love the Solas ones because they're very sunny. Runs a small SMP. I am not really in a position to join an SMP right now, but I do appreciate you asking. Yeah, life's a little crazy, and I do try. I spend so much time in this world that I struggle to put my time in more than one world. And I have like so many things I want to do in this world. Like I mentioned earlier, it's gonna take like I feel like I could keep myself busy and still not finish all of my goals for like a year. Like I do really enjoy this world, and I have so many different ideas. But yeah, I could see myself potentially wanting to do an SMP once we kind of get to a point where we don't have a lot left to do in this world. I feel like I don't have the time to like properly dedicate to an SMP. Like I feel like it would deserve a lot more of my time than I have available. Hello, Merc Monster. Welcome in. Glad you can make it today. Yeah. Yeah, and it seems like a lot of the times too, when I start a new world, I kind of forget about the old world, and I'm not ready to forget about this world. I don't know if you were here earlier when I was showing my previous world, but when I stopped that one, I was like, oh, we can come back. We'll come back. I haven't gone back at all. I do love that world, though. It was a different time, though. That one, when I started it, I wasn't really recording a lot of stuff, so I didn't start making videos in it until, like, we already had wings and we had already been in the world for a long time. I think I say that it was probably like 6 months into my time on that world I started like documenting what I was doing. So I never really got to document the early game process until I started playing on this world. Let's see, where are we at? I think this is working. It feels a lot better than how it was originally. I'll at least have room to actually put buildings and have pathways. I liked the way it was already shaped out before, like naturally, but I feel like I wouldn't have been able to like do a lot on it. So it's feeling better in that sense. That was a little bit too rectangular. I don't like when the corners of the terrain get too rectangular, and I also don't like it when they're like too much of like a 45 degree. Like this one's a little bit too rectangular right there, so I'm gonna pull this in. And let's do. We could probably pull it out a little bit and then push it back in just to it up. Amazing last stream. Ooh, thank you. You want to see where we got it? I did finish putting all the supports in. So I'm going to actually up the render distance for a second. This one, when I have it at 32, I think this could be a really cool chance to have like some type of focal point. Like that feels like very picturesque to me, this like framed view. I feel like it has to have something at the end of this tunnel, or like at the opposite side of the mountain over there. I have to put something there, but it's only, you only get to see that whenever I have the render distance high enough. But yeah, we've got all that. I'm so excited to build in this area. Have I showed you guys this like little waterfall right here, this little cave? I feel like this could be cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I think it's cool the way this is like all naturally generated. Hey Ruby, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this is a pretty cool like natural area. Like even, how far is this? This is just water. It doesn't open up to a cave, but like these ones over here open up to caves. And I think that's really cool looking. Yeah, and this is where we're at right now with the tunnel in the mountain. Cool seed. We got this like giant cave over here. I feel like this could be a cool like mining area. Nice place to build in. Yeah, I'm like so excited to actually be able to build in here. Yeah, bump the render distance down again. And then this, we already have like somewhat of a framed entrance with the bridge, but it does look so weird when you're looking at it like this because it just looks like it goes off into the void. But yeah, glad with how the tunnel made out. We have 28 bays, which I'm tempted to pull this out one more just to have 30. But I feel like 28 is fine. I think we'll be okay. But yeah, we've got... Actually, I'm gonna go back. Some of the categories. Let me... If you guys can think of a category I'm missing. So I already think I'm missing wool. But these are the categories I have aside from wool. So we have honey, because I have a ton of honey blocks. But I do kind of feel like I could put wool in that place. We have anything geode, so like amethyst, calcite, smooth basalt, copper, resin. So those are kind of like ores in a way. Mud, brick. So then I'll do like mud bricks over here. Anything brick related over here. We've got bamboo and concrete. We've got glass and sandstone. Then we've got anything natural, like leaves, flowers, dirt, grass. Over here we got wood. And then I think these four are going to be kind of like a workshop area. So I'll reserve it for like putting a bed, maybe some furnaces, open it up, and then I can put in like armor or ores or like anything that's just a random item can kind of go in there. So that may be like a normal storage room, not necessarily a categorized storage room. Then we'll have like deep slate, stone and cobblestone, andesite and tuff. We've got granite and diorite. Anything nether related, so this will probably be like nether brick built, but all like the nether storage would go in there. This is all the end storage. Then we've got quartz and prismarine. And then I've got any like lights, which that one also could potentially go in like the random category. And I could maybe put wool here, but it feels weird to put wool over by like this area. I feel like the wool needs to go over by like the more natural type items. I don't know. Wool is like kind of weird to categorize it because this side is more like rocks and then like biomes, I guess, as in like the nether end and the ocean, and then the other side is more like nature-y when it comes to like sandstone and mud, all of that. And then this one's skulk. That's kind of the categories I've had going, and I use my storage room to try and figure out the categories. But the only one, like primary one I can think of would be wool. I can't think of anything else. Also, moss. I don't have anything for moss. But also, like, that could go with, like, nature. So, once we move back, like, we'll have a lot of room to work with. But, yeah. I think I've got most of our bases covered. And then I'll have, like, a normal storage room where I can put anything that doesn't fit into one of those categories. But I'm thinking for, like, terracotta, I may put that with brick. Because clay makes bricks. And clay also makes terracotta. But that's not super intuitive. What layer are we on? I'm trying not to sleep. I'm hoping the mobs don't come for me. When we get unique natural features to work around. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to, like, the way those waterfalls kind of leak over a cave. I almost imagine, like, a natural springs. And I don't really know how I could make that work, but I think it'd be fun to try. I also could see myself like closing one in and making it a farm with like allays, and like you could look down and see the allays working, and they can't like fly away as they love to do. And then just like glass over it, but not so sure. Have them covered? I hope so. I tried to think of all of them, but yeah. I could see moss potentially needing its own thing, but I've also been trying to consider, like, if there is already a overflow storage, like, my entire wool farm has a lot of storage space in it. I can store, like, I already have a lot of space there. But do I really need a full storage storefront? Debatable. But also, I don't want to have to, like, go super far every time I need wool. But also, when am I ever going to have to put, like, when am I ever going to need, like, 7 stacks of red wool? Most of the time, if I need any wool, it's going to be enough to make, like, a bed or two. Or I may need like a handful of white wool. So I'm feeling like I can still just fly over there if I need way more than just like a couple stacks. I don't know. Does it really need its own storage room? TBD. But like I have storage for the honey, but not necessarily for like honey blocks and honeycomb. Like I just have storage for honey bottles that come with the bee farm. And like the honeycomb itself, not the honeycomb blocks. Put brick and terracotta together. I think I'm gonna do that. I may need to find a way to like advertise what's on each building. So it actually looks like a storefront, and we can maybe have some fun with the armor stands for that. So then it makes it a little bit more intuitive that terracotta is with bricks. Sounds like some serious hoarder conversation going on. You know, Fern, I should have known you'd say something like that. I am a proud Minecraft hoarder. I end up getting the best part of the hoarding tendencies. I don't know how to phrase this correctly, but I had a random shulker box full of grass sitting around, and I'm making use of it right now. And I feel like so many people would just like let it despawn. And I'm like, I need it. I need the grass. You never know when, but you might need it. And then here we are with this giant hill that needs grass. Floating steps sounds cool. Floating steps. Did I say floating steps, or is that a suggestion for a storage room? I'm trying to remember. Or is it in relation with the hot springs? I may need you to clarify a little bit. Sometimes I'm talking and I don't, and like by the time the YouTube messages come in, it can end up being a little bit delayed. So I get confused. You'll have to forgive me. Update the world yet? I have not, and I don't think I'll be able to for a little while. I definitely need to wait until at least Flashback is updated. And I feel like usually around the time Flashback gets updated is when like usually my like sodium and iris and fabric are already updated. But Flashback is the main one that I really need before I can do anything, just because I use it to like record while I'm working. So I think it's gonna be a little while. We're all hoarders and proud of it. You know it. You never know when you're going to need a way too, like an exorbitant amount of a certain material. I try to be realistic. I mean, I compost all my extra wheat seeds. I don't hold on to those. But grass and dirt and cobblestone and stone, I may need that. I actually may need that. That one's important to hold on to. Heading out, G. Well, thanks for hanging out while you could. Enjoy the drive. Drive safe. Hello, Pixelized. Welcome in. Find stuff you've stashed all the time. I'm usually pretty good about keeping it in the right place. It's very rare that I come across a chest that I, like, didn't know existed, but it does happen. Speaking of, well, not speaking of, but on a different topic, I'm missing trapdoors there, and I'm missing trapdoors there. I need to remember to do that. I probably will forget, but it's okay. Yeah, welcome in, Pixelize. Anybody on the YouTube side, if you're willing to join us on the Twitch side, I would appreciate ya. We're trying to up our average number on that side so that we can get an affiliate and get all the fun channel points and all the stuff that comes with it. I have mentioned it. I'm so excited to be able to have channel points eventually, so we can do like redeem to name something, or I've seen somebody who does like channel points where you can feed their cat a treat. I think Basil may love that. I think that'd be fun. I don't even know what all you can do with channel points, but there are a lot of fun things that I've seen other people do. But yeah, and be sure if you're on the YouTube side and you're enjoying the stream, give it a like. Definitely helps support the channel and tells YouTube that I'm doing an okay job. Not half bad. I like to think I'm not half bad. But you know, you never know what mood you're gonna get me in. Let's see. I'm getting to where this is being a lot more steep of a slope on this side, which is kind of expected. I'm okay with covering this little inlet of water right here. So I think I can still start to bring this down, but I may have a little bit of retaining wall that I end up doing. Do it now. We all have forgotten. I don't even remember what I said. I hope I don't forget. What was it? Oh, trapdoors. You know, you're right. I need at least 3. Let me do this. I need... Oh, wait, there's a creeper right there. How'd you get there? I thought I lit it up all right. There you are. I don't like fighting this high up. I need you to be on my level. Oh, wait. I didn't get away fast enough. My poor terraforming! At least that wasn't like... I don't even know. I'm still sad that blew up. I thought I could run away, but I kind of tripped on the ground. Okay. Creeper's gone, though. We need 3 birch and 3 jungle. Is that all? Any more on this side? Is that just 1? No, that was right. 3 birch, 3 jungle. Oh. Make that 9 birch. Glad I checked, because I didn't actually think... I'm a hypocrite! Oh, 12 birch. I'm a hypocrite! Look at all this! Free stuff? This is the first time... Maybe second time ever on this world, but like, it is very rare for me to just find stuff I forget about. Free stuff! And of course, none of it is birch or jungle trapdoors. We do have some birch, but I'm just gonna take all this back. Rip wall, yeah. Rude creeper. Not my friend. Just have random junk in here. And I get a free ender chest out of it? Amazing. That's honestly the best part. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is for the flower field, or flower farm I made. Are there any other random trapdoors? Because we have some oak in here. I don't even remember what my count was. I think it was 12 birch, 3 jungle. Just trying to see if there are any more oak. I'm honestly glad to have more shulkers. I probably left that there thinking I may come back and do more terraforming around this area. But since then, we've come up with other ideas for this area. And I don't think that we need these shulkers to be out in the open now. They're more beneficial being in my storage room than they are out here. Those were sneaky. You barely could even see them. Man, it's like Christmas when you find stuff you forgot about. Okay, so yeah, I think it was 12 birch, 3 jungle. Any more this way? Those. Anything in here? No, those are good. Those are good. All good. I had a feeling I could drop something. Let me put this grass back. So I don't have too much in my inventory for now. Excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna put this stone here too while we're at it. Let's go put all this up. Yeah, and these are some pretty good items too. We got a lot of oak logs. Can't complain about oak logs. Always need more of those. Okay. Clear out some space. Oh, we got this one too. I got more shulkers out of it. I was kind of running out of shulkers, so that's nice. Pull this out. And put this stuff up first. Bed. I don't need that moss. I don't know why that moss has been sitting there that long. The frog lights up. Where do I keep? Crafting tables go there. Stone cutter also goes there. Let's do rotten flesh here. Eggs go with the animal goods. I think we're full on wheat seeds, so we'll compost those. Sunflowers up. Dandelions up. Raw pork. We need to put the gunpowder over here. I know I have some random stuff here. There's some pale moss. Put some quartz up. Yeah, this is kind of my, like, random chest. Things that need to be put away that I don't feel like putting away. Is there anywhere for me to put these? What are these? Just regular blocks of quartz. Okay, well, I have too many. Some iron ore. I think I need to mine this. Oh, that means I have to get my pick. Step up. Okay. Drop you off. Let's put some gravel. We're full on gravel. We're like actually full on gravel. That's probably why I had this little piece in here. You can go back. I don't want to mess with that. Soon enough, we'll have a storage room where we can put all this, though. Okay, let's put our pick back. And let's put our moss up here. Pale moss. Yeah, part of me kind of feels like I may need dedicated wham. I need dedicated moss storage just because there's so many different things that come from moss. But I don't know. TBD. Oh, we even have more quartz here. Okay, clear that out. What am I supposed to do with this? Put you here, I guess. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I think I had a magenta one here. I could put another blue here. We'll just do that for now. I do kind of want to leave all this stone in here because we've been using stone. Grab the rest of that later. This can all stay. We'll take that back. But anything that's a different type of stone we don't need. Let's see. What am I doing? Wrong place. Sandstone. Maybe this is why I didn't bring this back, is because I had way too much stuff. You go here. Reorganize that. Quartz. What do we got? I know I have some random blocks in here. You can go here. You hold that? Okay. We can hold 3 more in here. Put that up. Put that up. Got some pale oak. And put this in here. Is there anything else I want to compost? Real question. Probably some of these leaves. Watch, I better be careful or else I'm gonna accidentally forget that I'm supposed to be making trapdoors. We need to do that here in a second, or I'm gonna be very sad when I get back over there. So we can compost this. We can probably compost our oak leaves. Yeah, we have way too many oak leaves. Birch leaves can stay. Put the phantom membrane over here. This is the stuff I usually do after stream's over and nobody sees it. You look so cute! Look at it laying down! Anyways, I don't always show how I organize things, but it is a whole process. I do love organizing at the end of a project. Which is why I'm surprised that this is even sitting there, because usually it's like one of my favorite things to do as soon as possible. Ooh, we have a nautilus shell. I'm so close to being able to make a conduit. I just need 1 more nautilus shell. I have so many hearts of the sea, and I have no nautilus shells. Okay. More stone. Lots of rocks. Let's go do this real quick. I may have more to compost, but if I have to run back down here again, I suppose I'll be fine. Not that big of a deal. All this. Oh, and then bone blocks go here. Oh, I definitely thought that that was going to be more than a stack. I was going to need to clear a third spot. Okay. Anything non-stone. I'll keep this mossy stone because I feel like I could put that to use. But I don't... Do I want chiseled stone? I guess so. And get rid of the cobblestone for now. We can probably condense some of these shulkers. Okay. We've got tough here. Going that. I feel like this probably goes in there. What else? Put you here. Move that. Andesite. Go here. And polished andesite, I think also goes here. And full on andesite goes here. Okay. I think that's all the rock storage. It's Basil's dinner time. Let's put these up before I get too confused. Oh, I have more polished andesite on me. I forgot about. I feel like I put red buttons with redstone. Kind of weird. I feel like that's one that can go both ways. But how often do I actually need a button for anything other than redstone? Honestly, not sure. Okay. Logs here. And let's grab all these. Ooh, and I got a bee nest? What am I supposed to do with that? Like it goes here. Rotated wham. That's gonna be stuck in my head now. Those go there. This goes there. Is there anything else that needs to go upstairs? I feel like... Yes, this. That's all. Ooh, actually, I may hold on to these torches. That's gonna fit perfect. Okay. Upstairs we go. Got that. Where's my moss? Pale moss. Pale moss there. Everything else downstairs, right? Yes. This is one of my favorite Minecraft songs. Oh, I forgot my oak logs. Very nostalgic Minecraft song. What is this one called? This one is Mice on Venus. Yeah, I never actually know the names of half the songs, but they all kind of sound the same a little bit. Ooh, so many oak logs. Cannot complain about that. Lights, we'll do these. Here. And then plants. Where do I put my seeds? That's my real question. My torch flowers. Oh, they're there. I'm just blind. Do this. And this should be all. So we'll take this back. You can stay in the ender chest. Oh wait, I messed it up. You come back. He almost snuck past me. Okay. You can go here. I don't know why this is here. Okay. Let's fly back. Pardon the interruption, but now we have so many wait! I almost did it. I almost forgot. Make my trapdoors that I came here for. In the first place. How could I? What do I already have? I do have 3 of each. I need 9 more of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That. You can go back here, and you can go here. Okay, now we're ready. A little sidetracked. Hydration reminder for everybody who partakes in hydrating. I hope is all of you. Look at this. I like this. It's looking nice and smooth. It still looks somewhat natural. Like, did I make it? Did Minecraft generate it? I never know. Okay. But these, let's do some scaffolding. Oop, wrong way. So maybe I am finally finishing this section of the bridge. Now that we're getting... Fern's still here. Fern probably give me a hard time for that. Really was in it yesterday. You run on this bridge for months. Like, I've been done with the bridge. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like how I have this random glowstone here, but I also don't want to take it. I feel like I need it. Can I get it from this angle? Mistakes. Okay, at least that one fell off. I feel like all the time when I do that, it ends up just landing on the trapdoor, and then I'm just lost. Where'd you go? Give it back. The down? Okay, it just went all the way to the bottom. Oh, debugger, if you're still here. Somebody mentioned the other day using the ghast to decorate the ceiling of my tunnel. And I have a feeling I'm going to be done with the ceiling before I actually am able to update my world. But I feel like that would be so nice. There's so many times I just have to make like layers of scaffolding. But it may also be a situation where I don't have a lot of... I don't have a ghast on hand. A happy ghast, so... we may just have to leave them lying around our world. Okay. Trapdoors fixed. In place. Back to doing this thing after I put the shulker box down. You can go here. We're starting to run out of materials. It'll be good to have that here. Okay, let's see. Back to our materials. What do we want to do with this next layer? Let's see. We can pretty much... no, that was a optical illusion. I thought that this was about to line up just right, but no. We need to continue to keep it pretty thin over here, and then we may bump it out right here where we get over the landmass. I think that's the way to do it. I think that'll look natural. But right now I'm just gonna kind of keep this as like a single layer. And then once we get to like right on this side, I think that's where we'll want to bump it. A little bit more. Yeah, I think this will be good. How about that? I need room to do the next layers down, so I don't want to go too far out. I think that'll be good. We can kind of keep going a little bit and then curve back and kind of straighten out with that line. Let's do like this. And ooh, we're almost lined up with this part of the land. That's actually very good news. I feel like this needs right here. I think we fill this in. I think this works. We're getting to where it's starting to like blend with what's already existing, and that makes the rest of the process a lot quicker. Terraforming is so peaceful, so calm. And this music, it's the perfect combo. I've been into just listening to the Minecraft music lately. Sometimes it's not the vibe, but today it is the vibe. I can confidently say it's the vibe. I feel like I kind of want to actually peel that back a little bit. Do this. I don't like this weird section right here. Yeah, I feel like we just kind of smooth it out right here. How about that? I think that's okay. I think that works. And now this is all part of what's natural. Let's do this. And I think we'll kind of pull this over a little bit over here. Maybe pull this out. See. What layer am I working? Hard to see. This. Put this torch back here. Place a block. I could probably give this like a 2-block difference right here. Between that layer and this layer. And then, yeah, I think pulling this way. That may be too much. I think that's too much. I need this here. That gone. And start to back a little. And what do we want? How do we want to connect this over here? That shape is okay. This still kind of feels weird. I don't really like the squared off edges right there. That's kind of what bothers me. This, I feel like we keep it all pretty thin, as we have been doing, and we'll just tie it back over here. I think at this point we just keep it like one thick. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. I feel like that's just asking for it to fall down, get trapped. Which does happen quite often when I'm doing these things. I feel like if anything, we talked about earlier if you like double layer your terraforming or if you just fill it in. I feel like maybe I should go under with like stone or something I have too much of, because I don't know if I have enough dirt to infill all of that. But I can at least double layer it with a different material, something I have too much of. Bro, I could even do leaves. Doesn't matter. It's very like straight slope over here. That's kind of what I need it to be. Oh, this is the creeper blow up. Creeper explosion. I almost forgot. Now creeper explosions, I almost always like completely fill in. Nobody needs to know that I lost the battle. We don't tell anybody. We listen and we don't judge. That may just be a double drop. Maybe I do this. This is just a very straight slope over here, but I don't think anybody will notice it. very straight slope. Let's fill in these little gaps. Yeah, I feel like if I'm not paying attention, I'm gonna forget to fill these in, especially right here where you can barely even tell it's empty. And then we're going to have problems. I'm gonna be walking around and just fall underground and get stuck. If y'all see a gap, let me know. I think here we do this. I think this is all gonna get a retaining wall eventually. And this can... I think this kind of curve out a little bit. Yeah, let's kind of curve this way. What that? We may have to remove some. Let me fill it in though. Can't hurt to have a little too much grass. If I smooth this out. See, I don't like how straight this edge is. I feel like this needs to go this way. And we're falling down. And I feel like this edge is too rectangular. We may bump this out like 3 little pieces there. I think that works. I think it's brewing. It's cooking. Not done yet, but it's a little bit better with every pass. And then we have this underground. We don't talk about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get to a point where I just build a straight up wall right here. And honestly, I think that might actually look better than trying to terraform all of it. Maybe we go ahead and do that now. We've got some stone. I'm definitely gonna need more than this though. Let's grab like 3 stacks. I feel like we should only need 2, so 3 is safe. Let's make a little retaining wall. It's gonna be very straight right now. Oh, I said 3 stacks. It's gonna be really straight for now. But usually when I go back in texture, I'll give it like some notches in the rocks or give it more of like some heftier places at the base where it's like going to be taking more support. What's good with the beacon in the tunnel? Or what's going on? What are you asking? We have a beacon like right here. I'm going underground with my Freecam. Don't sue me. Beacon there. All the way up. All the way to the ceiling. It's not centered, but you know, we placed the beacon before we started the tunnel. That's another situation where sometimes I have to Freecam to figure out exactly where. Ooh, rip to the fish. You're a giant fish. I could help you, but I feel like you'll be... Oh, you figured it out. You got it. You're fine. But yeah, we placed the beacon just to make it a little easier to dig this out, and it was not centered at all. It's not staying there. We'll move it later. But yeah, sometimes I need Freecam for beacons to see if I actually can place it where I need. How do we want to do this retaining wall? I feel like I should just do this. Break my ankles. And where are you? Trying to catch him. I fear no matter what he looks like, he's gonna be the exact same size when I catch him. I wish there was like more appeal to fishing in normal Minecraft. I have been enjoying the MCC fishing server. Probably a little too much. No, actually, I feel like it's very nice, like, no-brain type activity. When I just want something to do while I'm watching Love Island. I think that this can kind of... We'll straighten it a little bit. Let's see. Straighten it and try to curve towards, like, this point. I think that'll work. Right there. What point did I say? I feel like I said, like, right here. How's that? I think that's a decent retaining wall shape. Let's try this. How high up is a real question. Oh, I also need to light this up. Fern, are you working today or no? Just, like yesterday. I mean, obviously you're working, but are you working? Those. What is this one? Is this the fish one? This song? Oh no. Aria Math is a good one. What was I thinking of? There's one in this area. Oh, Dragonfish. That's a good C418 song. Where are we at? We're pretty low. We're still just like going through all the C418 ones. There's a lot of them. Am I good? Yes. I think this retaining wall will make it a lot easier. I think I may have to pull back some of this. It may have caused a problem. I'll just clip it. I'll clip it. It'll be fine. Don't worry. I'll just clip it. This is the problem. Goose. Let me buy. Okay. There, and you go here. How do I do this? How do I do? I think I can stay right here for this one. Have to flip my head again. Get out of my way. There. And you can go. We'll just trim this side back. I think this height's good here. We're going to have to pull some of this back. Up here. We'll smooth it down. You here. 3, I think these will go 4 tall. Do this. I think this should work. And I grabbed an extra stack because I felt like 2 was gonna be enough and 1 for good luck. I was wrong. 4 was the correct answer. Let's grab 2. Another for good luck. All right. Let's go ahead and just fill this in. I do not. Ball. You can go, you can go. And I think you can stay, actually. Now, where does this go? Good question. How about like that? I think that works. So, I don't know who all has tried the new update, but I'm not really fully certain what all is added other than there's the happy ghast, there's the shaders, vibrant visuals. I feel like I'm missing something important. Oh, the locator bar. That hasn't been added yet. I feel like there's more that I'm missing, but it seems like everybody so far is enjoying the update. I'm excited to get to try it out a little bit. But I feel like they must be cooking up something good for the next update. Seems on like the smaller side of the updates based on everything we've had previously. Where are we? What layer next? I think we go off of this one. Go down. Let's do this. And do this. I think this will work. I heard the door open. Pink. My dad has a new car. Pretty fun. While we were at the dealership, they were like, "Do you need a new car?" And I'm like, "No. As much as I'd love a new car, I do not need one. But I do love looking at cars." I think my dream car, though, if I got my dream reasonable car, I gotta emphasize that. I feel like it's more reasonable. I've always wanted a Mini Cooper, specifically a Countryman. And I feel like that's a reasonable car. It's not like a Maserati or something crazy that's like probably not a reasonable option. I don't know if I could ever justify spending a ton of money on a car, but I think a Mini Cooper is reasonable. That's what I wanted so bad when I first started driving. I think they're kind of on the more expensive side to repair in comparison to like a lot of other cars. I know like some of the European imported cars end up being more expensive, but who knows with like tariffs and stuff. I wonder if it's much different when it comes to repairing cars. I haven't had to look into that yet, but definitely possible. Where is this line? I think I need to bump this out more where I'm standing. Let's do this. I think that works. And then this can kind of come back a little bit. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to light up? Probably. But I feel like I can get away. That's a little bit of extra lighting, but better safe than sorry. I think we're pretty close finishing up this side. So we still get the inlet over here, which is nice because I did kind of like it. It looks a little funny, but I think we'll just come back in and add some gravel around the edge or dirt and other things. This looks weird. This is naturally generated this way, I think, but it looks like a natural stair. That's kind of odd. I may need to fix that. Not really vibing with that. Maybe I leave it for now, though. Just because it's a little unique. Minecraft terrain generation always amazes me. I need to look into, like, if you let AI decide how to, like, terraform, what AI would come up with. I feel like it would have to be pretty similar to, like, the naturally generated terrain in Minecraft, but who knows? Maybe it'd be a little smoother. Ooh, we have like a whole section right here. I completely forgot about. I need more grass though. We are running low. Do that. And I almost dropped in. Yeah. Wait, this is so dark. Okay. I think this is looking a lot better than where we started. Just more functional, at the least. Like, I can actually build on this and, like, path on this. And you always need, like, a certain amount. I feel like you need a minimum of, like, 2 layers per most, or two blocks per most layer, just so that you can properly fit in, like, a slab if you want to slope it instead of using stairs. I feel like this should be pretty doable when it comes to pathing on. I don't really know what to do with this over here. This probably just needs retaining wall. And I don't even know what I'm gonna actually put right here. Fishing hut? Question mark? I mean, it's gonna be a dead end no matter what, so I don't know. We could make it more natural. It could be like little beach. Beach access. What is this? Oh, it looked like one of them was like a jockey. But yeah, maybe we have like little beach access. What do you put at the end of a peninsula like that? I don't even know if you can consider this a peninsula. It's been so long since I took a geography class and it's probably showing, but I feel like this could lead up to more just like a chill space. Maybe I'll put a boat. We'll see. Whatever boat I make has to be able to fit through this though, I think. Or this tunnel. I feel like if there's going to be a boat, lighthouse, ooh, that's a good idea. I feel like if I'm ever going to make a big boat, it's going to be on this side. I want to make a big boat, and I don't think it'll fit through this tunnel. Yeah, I think a lighthouse would be nice. A good point. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah. We need to put something. I do want to path down this way, but if I put the bridge here, then like that's just kind of a dead end, so it does make sense to have something like a lighthouse there. What is left on this terrain? I see a couple of spots right here that I don't like how sloped they are. Yeah, I don't like this one. I don't like this, but each time I do this, I just keep having to go another layer down, another layer down, because I just don't like whenever it's too tall. I feel like it needs to have something in front of it, but I think I'm just gonna have to accept it. I think we need to do some texturing on that to make it look right. And then what about over here? Yeah, some of this is gonna get more retaining wall. Is this terraform done? Minus texture? I feel like I don't have any more gaps to close. Retaining sections to warn ships. Ooh, that's a good point too. And warn them of this drop off. Part of me wants to clear this out and let the water just completely run down in like a waterfall. I think that'd be cool. And also do like a cool little ravine build with like bridges across. I've always wanted to do a ravine build, but I've always wanted to do it in a lush cave, like a lush cave ravine, not necessarily a dripstone ravine, but I do think it'd be cool if you could see like a bridge just going across, even if it was like a mining ravine. Or is that even a ravine at this point? I'm not sure. But I do think that that could be cool. Like, it's so odd that we just have like the water stopping right here. Yes, yes, I think it'd be fun. I've always wanted to have something where you just have like bridges crossing on multiple layers and it's just all lit up and like overgrown, very mossy. And this seems like a very good place to do that. But also there's this like cave on this side of the tunnel I should have just taken the tunnel. I don't know why I'm flying over it. But I feel like I could do something cool with this as well. I'm honestly surprised they don't connect to one another. Maybe they can. I'm freecamming. Is there a way to connect them? Oh, it's far. It's not close. It's not close at all. Yeah, no, that's way too far. Not... Oh! Oops. I don't know why in my brain I thought they were going to be like, 5 blocks in between. And I'm smacking into everything. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I feel like this side would be better as more of a, like, ravine for housing type atmosphere. And the other, I would probably want to make it more of, like, a cave entrance. Because I do need to think about where the mine shafts are going to go, how we're going to connect to that. This has enough more space where I feel like it will read better from a distance, if you know what I mean. The other one seemed a little bit more narrower, where like you probably have to get pretty close up to the opening to be able to like tell what's going on in there. And that seems more fitting for like having little mine carts going back and forth. It'd be cool to do one that's like the moving mine carts where like they're just constantly running. I need to take this stone column down. I don't know what I'm going to do right here. I feel like it's just asking to have a building right here. So we've kind of talked about before, like, I want this to be more so like the Amalfi Coast or like Cinque Terre or Sorrento. I like all of those like oceanside towns, like little quaint cities. So I think this is going to be very dense with buildings. That's kind of what I imagine. Colorful buildings too. I want them to be very colorful. And I can see having just like a ton of little buildings all side by side right here. But I don't necessarily think I'll have like a use for them. I'll probably give them an interior, but it's probably going to be like a very basic like house. It's not going to be a farm. Or it could be something where I eventually like take over and put a farm in there. But I do need to at some point kind of cover in these openings over here. I may try to do a little bit of that, but this side doesn't need too much terraforming. We do have these gaps under here, but I feel like a majority of the terraforming that happens over here and like right here is gonna be texturing. And like while we texture, we'll make sure things start to look like they're being supported. But I do know that there are some gaps down here that need to be covered up, because I don't really care to have random death traps in my little town. This ain't that kind of town. Where was the other one? There's at least like 3. I think it's just these 3. Hopefully there's nothing waiting for me down here. Ooh. A lot of little cave action. Ooh, and this one connects over. That's kind of fun. Make a little grotto. The ideas are endless. I could keep myself busy forever. I do like this little area in the world. And it's gonna start to feel so much more like connected once we build out in this area. Right now it does still feel like 2 sections of the world connected by a bridge. But to have those like visual connections or like visual points of interest that guide you to new areas, I think that'll really help. That's kind of the goal of this. This whole section over here I think is just more for visual rather than functional purpose. I want the other side of the tunnel to be more of a functional side of the little city. And I think I'm calling it Quaint City. Because I've been calling it like European, but that can mean so much. I feel like I want more of like a quaint city with more of like the storefronts, like they're more like rectangular tall buildings They're not necessarily like skyscrapers. I don't want people to think skyscrapers because I'm not seeing skyscrapers. I'm seeing like older buildings that have just been around for forever that get taken over. The modern pirate vibes. You know, I haven't tried to like dig into that style too much, but I feel like we can make it work. This looks weird. And I do need a lot more practice with ships. That's been, oh, I got scared. That's been on my to-do list, just to like build a nice large ship. And I haven't really had a good place to do that yet. We almost did a small ship over by the house, but we didn't end up doing that. Just because it didn't seem, I didn't really end up liking it, and it didn't seem to fit with what I was going for. But I feel like we're getting to a point where that could be a option. Honestly, I think someday it would be fun to make a cruise ship. Like a giant multi-thousand room ship. Hi Nora, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Appreciate y'all joining me on this chill stream. I'm just waiting for a creeper to pop up. But yeah, a cruise ship, a giant cruise ship, that would be a lot of fun. I want to go on a cruise so badly. I haven't been. Last time I went on a cruise was like 2017. Cruises are so fun. Some people don't like them because they don't like boats, and I understand that. Boats can be scary for some people. But I feel like once you've been on one, they're just so peaceful, so relaxing. You can do so much just on a ship. I feel like every time I've been on a cruise, it's always felt like the allotted amount of time that I spent on it. Like it feels like it's been a week. It's not like you go somewhere else and you spend so much time like traveling and planning that you're just like looking forward to relaxing at the end of the day. And so by the time that the trip is over, you're like, already been a week? I feel like on cruises, like you're constantly either just relaxing or you're having fun, like sitting by the pool, spending time in the sun, going to like bingo. That by the time you're like done with the cruise, you're like, yeah, it does feel like it's been a week in the best way possible. Like when you go on a trip and you're like, it's already over. Your ship run by pirates. That'd be so funny. Honestly, it'd be fun to like put a ton of like mobs on it, as far as like put some armor on some zombies or like zombie villagers and just let them take it over and kind of make it look beat up. Okay, phantoms are out. Let me fly away. This side is not lit up. Use the cruise to smuggle their loot. You know, I'm seeing the vision. I think it would be fun to like, ooh, put pillagers, illagers. I never know the difference. Can I force spawn them and make them stay? If I put like armor on them or something on their head, will they stay? Because you could put pillagers on there. That'd be kind of cool. That would be very fitting for like the aggressive, the aggro mob vibe. But otherwise, I could see it being like a zombie villager cruise. Honestly, sounds like a certain type of like, what would you call it? A cruise that, like a themed cruise. I feel like Disney would do something like that. Maybe not Disney, but I feel like Universal would do like a zombie cruise. All the people who, all the workers are dressed as zombies. I could see that being a thing. Would I choose to go on that one? Not necessarily. But I also have never been on a Disney cruise or anything, so. I have some friends who say that that's like the only kind of cruise they'll go on is a Disney one. And I've never been. And I like the ones I've been on. Right, their crossbows so they can't hurt. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Ah! Pillager Cruise. That definitely feels more like piratey vibes. If you break their crossbow, do they still, like, run at you? I'm gonna light this up. Might as well. I didn't even finish this. We're just gonna leave this back here. I don't really know what to do with that right now. We may want to use that little lift thing. And let's light it up. This area, this side of the mountain's a lot more buildable than the other. Well, now the other side's buildable, but it wasn't really before. I just want to keep them far enough away from me. But I don't actually need this to completely be small. Okay, I've got 2 rockets to get back to my ender chest. Okay. I think that terraforming is good for now. Things will change once we, like, are ready to start developing the area a little bit more. But as far as, like, getting a good foundation to build and path on, I think we're doing just fine. I think this is gonna be a good space to work with once we're ready to build. I'm not sure exactly when we'll start building on this. I feel like I need to do, like, a little bit of creative. I don't know. I have that one storefront, that, like, one building already laid in place, but I didn't, like, give it a full depth because I didn't know how much room we'd actually have to work with. I'm debating if I try to build this in creative first or build the front in survival and then tweak it in survival as well. I don't know. I feel like creative is the way to go. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. Well, that is all I have time for stream today. I think we got quite a bit done. Hold on, let me swap to my other camera. I think we got quite a bit done. I think we've got a good foundation to work with. I need to do some other stuff with the storage tunnel, but we're getting close to being able to work on that. Very excited to get those going. I feel like we're kind of at a point where things will start happening quickly in the tunnel. Like, now that we have the space, we know what's going where. I just need to kind of get into the groove of how to build them, like what the best method is, and then go from there. But I do want to find a way to document that. So that's why we're not doing that on stream yet. We'll see what the best method is for documenting it. But I appreciate y'all being here with me today. I hope you all are having a great week so far. And I plan to stream on Friday as always. I'm not sure yet if we're gonna do earlier afternoon or later afternoon yet. I've got to see what we end up planning. Switch my nose ring. I need to see what we end up planning on doing. So I will keep you all updated on that, but feel free to join the Discord if you would like to get an update on when we do decide to go live on Friday. It is always linked in the YouTube video, the description of the YouTube stream, and then on the Twitch streams, it is !Discord. You could type that in chat and it'll give you the link to the Discord. But feel free to join us if you would like any updates on when I go live next. As always, please leave a like on the YouTube stream. It really does help us out. If you would like to follow on Twitch, we are trying to up our averages on Twitch, so feel free to go give us a follow there. And if you're able to join on the stream next time from the Twitch side, I really do appreciate it. And other than that, y'all have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you when we stream next on Friday. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.